Come on. Thank you. Boys, we're back to recording some fucking reaction videos. So, from what I've seen and what I thought out and what I figured out, we're going to be doing 2 music reactions a week and a history reaction a week. That history reaction normally will be split into 2. Then we have the podcast on Tuesdays. On top of shorts and everything else, with all of the other content that I'm making and we're making as well. So, this is brought to you by Swifty Hemco. Use code RMTS pod at checkout for 20% off. And use code RMTS at Gfuel.com for 20% off that as well. We are checking out Dax to Be a Man today. And we're going to see how the fuck this is. Gotta love the fucking loading. Yep, come on. There we go. I don't know why this fucking does that every now and then.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that.
So more meaningful music from Dax again. It's very similar to things like I Don't Want Another Sorry and the Alcohol, Dear Alcohol, I think it was. He's just going more in depth and kind of feeling out what people's feelings genuinely are that everybody doesn't want to hear, doesn't want to listen to. And this one's probably just going to be just as in depth and just as meaningful.
It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Yeah, I know this life can really beat you down. You wanna scream, but you won't make a sound. Got so much weight that you've been holding, but won't show any emotion. As a man that goes unspoken, that we can't cry when life gets hard. Unconditional loves for women, children, and dogs. We know that we just have to play our parts, and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah, as a man we gotta pave our way.
You know, it's crazy. Those lyrics are genuinely true. Relationships normally are better when you hide those severe emotions. You can open up and talk about the light leveled things that are around and stuff like that. But the heavier things, the things that keep you up at night, the stress and those things genuinely affect your relationship in the long term unless you can understand and show that you have an answer for it. At least divorce statistics match that.
We know that we just have to play our parts, and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah, as a man we gotta pave our way. Our only function is to work and slave. There's no respect for you if you ain't paid. You're disregarded as a human and you can't complain. And if you ever make it up and actually reach that place and find a woman that you love and give her your last name, you'll feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say I can't hide myself.
And that's honestly the truth too. As a guy, you don't genuinely understand, unless you're one of those extremely, extremely overconfident guys that kind of are just comfortable in every single situation. You will always question yourself, what do you bring to this situation? What do you bring to this relationship as a whole? And if you don't question yourself slightly and you try and step that up and step that up and step that up, and you try and bring happiness and energy and adventures and all of those kind of things, then you will always question if the only thing you bring is a paycheck or this house or whatever you feel self-conscious about in that situation, which is why, honestly, get a prenup. It's not about what you bring to it then. It's not about what you hold in this situation. It's about you as a person. And nobody, not a single person, should take that personally. Because if you want one too, you can have one. It's not because I think you're in this for this. It's that way I no longer feel self-conscious in this situation. And I kind of want to protect that in case you are.
Say I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon, and our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, cause we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, then go back to war with their mental health. Then grab that bottle and ask for help, try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man, you provide, they don't know.
That's the thing, and it's so hard to say in the moment or whatever in that specific situation when you're struggling with mental health, when you're struggling with depression, whenever you're struggling to get up and do the thing that you need to do. Willpower is all you need. And when you open up your emotional bank account in that situation to a female especially, and they think of it in that female non-masculine way, they're not asking you what's wrong, how can I help, and have an answer. They're asking you to open up and say those things. And then whenever they feel uncomfortable, they say those things back negatively. 80% of the time. Yes, it's a made up stat, but whatever. But like that's the shitty thing, is like you aren't looking for anything other than an answer of how the fuck I can fix this. And normally it's the answer is right in front of your face. It's the answer of getting the fuck up and doing it, or just having a little bit of confidence in somebody to tell you, hey, you got this. And 90% of the time, that's all you need to hear. But so many people are so jaded on this specific topic that they can't sit here and actually articulate themselves in that point. You can't hear, oh, well, I just need to do better. You're doing a good job. It's okay. Stand up. Keep going. And that's exactly what the fuck you need to hear, is stand up and keep going. You got this. As long as you're in the right fucking place and you're headed down the right road, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. Just keep going.
Circle of life. As a man, you provide. They don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home.
That's the thing. Make sure to check out the sponsors. And understand, guys, the shit that you do, most people can't. Most people can't. They can't confide within themselves or that one or two dudes to sit there and push themselves forward and do the thing that they need to do, which is why I started Real Men Talk Shit to begin with, which is why there's a podcast and conversations every single week about this shit. Not because it's a sign of weakness, but having that vulnerability and availability to say the things that struggle or are fucked up in your mind. Those things are the most meaningful things that you deal with and do on a day-to-day basis. Nobody wants anybody to die. Honestly, nobody does. So don't even sit there and trip and think about it that way. Don't even sit there and do any of that shit. Just listen. And if you need somebody to talk to, Look to your best friend and say, hey man, I gotta talk. If that best friend won't fucking listen to you, they're not really a best friend. Go find somebody different. See you fucking next time. Oh, subscribe and like.